Hello, long time no see, you guys. Um, I just wanted to show my face for week two, so that you know I'm still alive and kicking. Um, Anyways, so I'm going to go ahead and share with y'all what my expectations are for this week two of distance learning. If you haven't completed week one's assignments, you should probably do that, and then start working on week two. Um, some housekeeping stuff. I'm always available to answer questions through Remind or through email or through Google Classroom through the private message function in Google Classroom. But if you would like, I'm also available on Zoom on odd calendar days from 1 to 2, I believe is what I've designated for y'all, 1 to 2. And then if no one shows up for career prep from 2 to 3, then I can just keep hanging out and helping as long as nobody from career prep needs to jump in at 2 o'clock. So from 1 to 2, you guys are more than welcome to hop into the Zoom, and that information is all in Google Classroom. So, sorry. So anyways, I'm going to go over both assignments in this one video. So feel free to like stop after I've explained the first one and do that one, and then pick this video back up whenever you're ready to start the assignment 2. So really there's no need for you to watch this entire video in its entirety all at one time, because I think that might be a little overwhelming for everyone, or for some people in particular. So feel free to just stop and do and stop and do, and however you guys want to do this. So first thing, I just wanted to let you guys know how much I miss you guys and how this is very challenging for everyone. I'm sure y'all have run into some hiccups. We as teachers have run into hiccups as well. We obviously were not prepared for this. You guys weren't prepared for this. I think I spoke in my last video just to give your teachers some grace, as we're giving you guys a lot of grace as we all navigate this together. This was definitely not what we expected. No idea when this is going to change, if it will change. My prayer is that it will, and that I'll get to see you guys again before the end of the school year. And hopefully, we'll get answers to our prayers for those of y'all who are praying for that as well. People are walking by, so I expect my dog to start barking at any moment. But anyways, so I just wanted to say that as well, just because this is challenging, and it's not easy to have to stay inside and not really get to go and do much and all that good stuff. So we're just going to have to keep trucking through, and we'll get through it together. So with that, I'll start sharing my screen here in a minute. So we're still kind of in the marketing unit. We'll eventually move over to personal finance. I haven't really decided how I want to kind of do that and tackle that yet, because since this is, I had a plan obviously for when we were in person, but this is a little different. So I have to kind of change my plans. So just kind of be patient with me as I figure that out. Unfortunately, I loved my billboard project when we're in class, because you guys get to do, real life, or not real size versions of your billboard, but you get to actually draw it. And then the ones that are really good make it up onto my wall. So unfortunately, that's just not an option for this year. But the ones that I've seen so far have just been really, really great. So even though they were digital this year, it doesn't mean that y'all did not do a great job, because you guys did. So we're going to continue on with kind of our advertising. We went from billboards to this week. We're going to do an assignment with social media marketing, and then we're going to do, I think, a pretty fun assignment dealing with commercials, like actual TV advertisements. So hopefully you guys will, kind of enjoy that. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Hopefully I get this right. Yep. Okay. So let's start with this COVID-19 Instagram post direction. So this is going to be assignment number 1. And I'll kind of go through these instructions with you guys, and then show you an example of how to do it. So This Google Doc here is the instructions, so please read carefully and fully. You are a social media influencer and you've been asked to help educate Gen Zers. Guess what? That's you guys. I'm not a Gen Zer. What I'm into is not the same thing that you guys are into. Same kind of deal with when we were dealing with our cereals. Kind of think about, what are Gen Zers like? What do they watch? Who do they listen to? What are they into? So that's all going to kind of come into play when you're posting your Instagram posts. So please don't freak out. This is not like a real Instagram post. You're not going to be posting anything on your real Instagrams. Sorry, I'm not trying to I know a lot of y'all have some, pretty decent clout on the gram. So we're not gonna, don't want to tarnish that in any way. But so I'll kind of I'll show you how we're gonna do that in a minute. But anyway, so your audience is Gen Zers, not old people like me. Okay. So you've been asked to help educate Gen Zers on how to avoid the spread of COVID-19. Excuse me. You're being paid by the CDC, which hopefully you've heard of the CDC by now, the Center of Disease Control, to post 2 posts. So there'll be 2 different posts that you'll post. Yeah. Number 3, your posts can be funny or they can be serious. If you want them both to be serious, it's fine. If you want both of them to be funny, you can do that. If you want one to be funny, one to be serious, totally up to you. Just keep in mind who your audience is, Gen Zers, okay? Number 4 is probably the most important, first most important. You may choose 2 of the following topics to post about. Each post must be on a different subject. You might need to research some of these topics just so that you have accurate information. So, one of your posts can be about social distancing, washing your hands for 20 seconds, stay home, the symptoms of, like what symptoms to watch out for, symptoms to watch for, maybe. That might be better clarification. Who is most at risk, and steps to take if you think you've been exposed. So those are the topics that you can address in your Instagram posts. So one can be, for example, on social distancing, and the other one can be about symptoms to watch for. So you just need to pick 2 different ones. So both posts cannot be about the same topic. Okay. Your Instagram post must include, and I put in red, you may not steal an already existing post. So a lot of people have already started posting. Obviously, it's been quite a while since we've been dealing with this. So please do not go and copy and paste or plagiarize, because that would not be good for your grade. So your IG post must include your profile picture, your IG handle, which doesn't have to be your real Instagram handle that you have right now. It can be one that you've just created and made up for this assignment. Be creative with your IG handle. You'll have an image in your post, which can be a picture or a meme. Again, Gen Zers, lots of you guys are into memes, totally get it. So why not put in a meme? You can create your own. That would have to, if you're gonna do a meme, you need to create your own meme. And then the actual post. So this is the text information, right? So the text information, the most important. So make sure the information that you post is accurate. So if you put like who's most at risk and you put 10 to 15-year-olds, that is not accurate to what the CDC is putting out. So those are, things I'm going to be looking for. So if you're going to pick, something, make sure the information you're posting is accurate. So make sure it's accurate. It needs to be at least 1 complete sentence. So I am going to be grading on your grammar, punctuation, spelling, all that needs to be correct. Again, if you are in real life an Instagram influencer, you wouldn't become an Instagram influencer unless you were posting properly, like spelling things right, using correct grammar, like punctuation. So if you're being paid by the CDC, which is a government, federal agency, then they're going to expect, if you're posting on their behalf, that you know how to spell and you know how to put periods at the end of sentences. So that should be a given, but I always have to put that in there. So check your grammar, punctuation, capitalization, and spelling. And then your post also has to have 2 hashtags that go along with your topic. These can be original hashtags, or this one part can be one that maybe there's a hashtag out there that already exists. I'm completely fine with you, taking existing hashtags, because obviously you would do that anyways in real life when you're posting from Instagram. But sometimes we do create our own hashtags, and that's okay too. So the hashtags, again, can be funny or they can be serious in nature. So totally up to you. Remember who your audience is, Gen Zers. So not to say that Gen Zers don't ever or are not ever serious. They are. I think that's probably an avenue that you can take. But, you know, obviously you can figure that out for yourself. So then scroll to page 2 for the rubric. So the rubric is all here for you to look at as well. I'm not going to go into detail on that. So those are the instructions, right? So I'm going to come back over here, and this will also be posted in Google Classroom as well. So this is your template of your Instagram post, okay? And I've already created one, just so you guys can see what a finished product will look like. And then I'm actually going to redo this so that you guys can see how I did it, right? So just kind of go through the parts. Here's my profile pic, and I chose a Bitmoji. You guys don't have to put your actual picture on there. The only people who are going to see it is me, so no one else is going to see it. So even if you do use your real picture, it's fine. Here's my Instagram handle. So it's a Wilkes World, totally a tongue twister. Here's my picture. So I went with the SpongeBob theme because, you know, I felt like Gen Zers probably into SpongeBob, I'm assuming. Hopefully I got that right. Since I've used this picture from SpongeBob, you obviously can't use it. And then here's my post down here. So hopefully you can read that. It says, according to the CDC, you should be washing your hands for 20 seconds. That equates to you singing the entire at SpongeBob theme song. Hashtag happy singing, hashtag, I don't know, something. I like stole the lyrics or something. That's the hashtag, something from the lyrics of SpongeBob. So that's basically it. So I chose the topic of washing hands for 20 seconds, right? I chose SpongeBob as my theme because I felt like Gen Zers would appreciate that. And so you guys have 2 spots where you're going to do your 2 posts, okay? So let me, how can I do this? Let me duplicate this slide just so y'all can see. Okay, so how did I get that all to look like that? Really great question. So here's our little circle for our profile pic, right? So I'm going to go to insert image, and I think I found my Bitmoji on my drive. So you guys can choose, you know, however you want to, if you have pictures on your computer to upload, search on the web, if you have them saved in your drive. I'm going to go to my drive. It's opening up on the side. So here's my Bitmoji. This is the one that I used. So I'm going to double click that. Now it's pasting it right there, right? That's not where I want to paste it. And I want it to be in a circle. So what's nice about this first slide, and I'll keep it up, is it actually kind of shows you how to change and how to do this as well, which I think most of y'all could probably follow directions and figure it out, but I'm going to go ahead and do it for you so you can see. So it's going to paste your picture in, and I need it to fit into this tiny circle. So I'm going to right click. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to go to format. No, I'm not. How am I going to do this? Right click. Hold on. How did I do it? Oh, okay. So I'm going to come back here. Sorry. So I'm going to make sure my mouse is hovering the, or I've clicked on my picture. Close that. Okay, so make sure your picture is selected. Next to this crop button is an arrow. So you're going to click that arrow down, and you can crop it into a shape, right? So we want to pick this circle as our shape. So it's now cropped into a shape. It's way too big though. So we still need to resize it and then kind of drag it up there. And you can use your arrows to kind of move that over a little bit. So there you go. There's my profile pic, and then this is my Instagram handle. So it's just a text box. It's a Wilkes World, right? That's pretty easy text box. I just went over to Google Images and typed in SpongeBob washing hands. Hopefully I found, I was like, oh, I found something. It was a hit. So I just picked that image, copied it, come back over, paste. Okay, so it's pasted it kind of small there. So again, I just need to fit it into this, rectangle space using my arrows to kind of move that around just a little bit. Resize it so it fits in that space. Okay, and then I'm going to enter in my text here. So instead of having to recreate that, I'm just going to like come back here just to show you all that it's all this is. It's just a text box and then paste. Okay, that's basically it. And you're going to have to do that 2 times for yourself. Now, if you want to do 2 different, if you want to do 2 different IG handles, you're more than welcome to. I wouldn't. I mean, why? When you've created one, you can just use the same. So your profile picture and your Instagram handle can be the same for both posts. What needs to be different is the picture that goes here and your post down here, your hashtags that you use, and the topics that you're covering. So if you covered washing hands on one, then you need to pick a different topic for the second one, right? I mean, if you want to keep the same theme, like if you wanted to do like the Avengers, right? If you wanted to do an Avengers post about washing hands and an Avengers post about somehow incorporating the Avengers on symptoms to look for, totally fine, right? Just your picture needs to be different and your post, the text down here needs to be different, including the hashtags, okay? So now would be a good time for you to like stop this video and then maybe do this assignment and then pick it back up when you're ready to do assignment number 2, which is the next one we'll go over. Again, if you have any questions about any of that, I'll be in my Zoom on odd calendar days from 1 to 3. So I'm going to post this. Today is Monday, the 30th. So tomorrow is Tuesday. Oh my God, I don't even know how many days are in. Oh yeah, there's 31 days in March. So tomorrow's the 31st. So that's an odd calendar day. So I'll be in my Zoom from 1 to 2 to help anybody out who needs help navigating this. But it's pretty simple if you watch the video. I don't know how much easier it could be. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the second one. The second one's also fairly easy. It's a commercial advertisement scavenger hunt. So this is where we're going to incorporate commercials. If we were in class in real life, I would probably have you create an actual commercial, like an infomercial. Those are really cheesy and corny. But anyways, so we'll move on. All right, so Google Slides, you're going to paste some commercials in here that correlate to the topic. So slide 2 says, find a commercial where a business directly addresses COVID-19 or how they are adapting to social distancing. So many businesses have, they're like, I can't give too many away, but they're just making general announcements about COVID-19. I'll upload one here in a minute and give you guys an example. But there are just so many businesses who are, having to adapt, especially restaurants, car dealerships, lawyers' offices. They're all doing things distance now. So they're kind of incorporating that into their advertisements and how quickly they had to make those adjustments so that their advertisements were now accurate because, before it wasn't. So they had to kind of go in there and change those. So it's going to be up to you to find a commercial, and it doesn't have to be local. It can be from anywhere. I mean, it needs to be in English. I need to be able to, understand what they're saying. So it needs to be an English speaking commercial. But it doesn't have to be a commercial out of San Antonio. It can be from anywhere that's English speaking, basically. So that doesn't, you still have a wide range of places you can choose from. And I'll show you how to input a video here in just a second. The next slide 3 says, find a commercial that involves your favorite drink. Pretty simple, obviously non-alcoholic commercials for that. So any commercial has nothing to do with COVID-19 at all. Just thought it'd be a fun little assignment for y'all to do. Third one, find a commercial that involves your favorite fast food establishment. Nobody should put In-N-Out. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. There's literally no one here to laugh at my corny jokes, y'all. It's really sad and yeah, dire. It's dark days over here, y'all. Dark days. All right, and then slide 5, the last one is past. How about I spell things correctly? Paste your all-time favorite commercial, and in the green box below, this is a text box, so you can just type. You'll just have to double click and type. Okay. You'll paste your favorite commercial of all time, and then in the green box, tell me why it's your favorite. One complete sentence. Probably should put that in one complete sentence. Okay, one complete sentence in this green box below. Why this commercial, the one that you paste in here, is your favorite. So how do you paste commercials? Okay, great question. So let's go back to this COVID-19 one. Now, what I don't want you to do is paste a link. Don't do that. Okay. I'm just being really crazy about that, and I don't want you to do that. So, sorry, I'm having to move my Zoom function feature things over. Hopefully I can, yeah, okay. So I'm gonna come back over here to the SpongeBob. So I know one commercial I've seen recently, because I'm old and I watch like actual TV, not just Netflix all day. So I actually do see commercials. Jersey Mike's did a really great, Jersey Mike's, actually, I didn't even like test this ahead of time, so hopefully I can find it. That'd be really bad if I didn't. Okay, so I'm gonna come over here. Maybe I should have searched for this in, you can go to more and then click videos, or you can just search for stuff on YouTube. Well, this is it right here, technically, but it's like a video within a video. It'll work. It'll do. Okay. Okay, so that would work because he's obviously addressing how Jersey Mike's is kind of adapting to COVID-19. There's a better one, which obviously I can't find it. That's okay. Maybe some of y'all can find it, where he's just the president of Jersey Mike's just talks about, how they are just being supportive of their employees, and it's not really like an advertisement for any particular sub. It's just him talking about, how, not really about anything. It's just him just talking. I don't know how to describe it. It's more of like just, hey, Jersey Mike's is here for y'all. We're going to be here for our employees, and we'll get through this together. It's just kind of like a heartfelt type of message, not really like, hey, come buy our subs type deal. Anyway, so this is what I don't want you to do. I don't want you to take this link, come over here, and just somehow paste it into the slide. I don't want you to do that. Okay? No, no, no. So what I do want you to do, and this is the steps I want you to take. I want you to go to insert and video. Now, you can either search for the video and it'll search YouTube for you, which is kind of nice. Or if you already have the URL, you can just paste in, which we do. We already have that URL. And then just click select. And it's going to pop that video in for you. Now, the nice thing is you can kind of resize that a little bit so that it's not covering up any of your words or any of the things. And then that's it, right? That's all you have to do. Especially when it comes down to this slide down here, you have like a limited space. So if we went to video, pasted our link, press select, I don't want it to cover, I especially don't want it to cover up your, if this was the video you were using, I don't want you to cover up your sentence down here. So I need to be able to read that, okay? If you want to be super fancy and you want to do some editing over here on the videos, you're more than welcome to. Okay, so no links to videos. No. Only like this. I want to be able to see the box like this. So that's, you do that by going to insert video and then either searching it through YouTube, or you can find it on YouTube like I did here, copy the link, paste it here, okay? Do not post just a generic link here. Not doing it. I will make you go back and redo it the correct way. So, all right. That's it for week 2, you guys. Thanks for staying with me. No clue how long this video is, but we made it. We're gonna get through week 2. Again, join my Zoom. I love every one of you guys. I don't really know what else there is to say. If y'all have anything you need to ask me, you can ask me through email, Remind, or through Zoom. All right. Love you guys. Bye. I think. Bye.